Let's deal with the legal position first of all. It's not unlawful to use fictitious names, in that if you do use a fictitious name, it's not going to result in a penalty. You're right, though, to raise the question of ethics. And in order to let you do that, can I just say this? I think it's a great, great shame, Guyon, that requesters resort to subterfuge in order to use this act. It's not something that I like. It's not something I want to encourage. And look, it's not the way New Zealanders act. So I deplore the use of subterfuge.
What about, is that qualified? Let's say, I don't know, I've been a victim of sexual assault. I want to do an OIA request to, I don't know, ACC or something. I mean, are there grounds where it is okay?
Look, my starting point is that I want there to be transparency, because if you are being upfront with who you are and why you want the information, it's much more likely that the agency will be able to respond to you, help you customise its response. If you have a genuine interest, and that leads to a wider public interest, you're entitled to the best service and priority. So I think the point about being upfront and square with everyone is that you're more likely, in fact, to get a service which is right for you.
Now let's move to point 3, because I'm not sure whether, did you hear Pete Hodgson?
I did.
Yeah. I thought it's pretty interesting. He confirmed that in a departure from normal practice, Callaghan released the names of the requestors' information to the New Zealand Herald, and he said that he did that because of the harassment, effectively, he was saying. What was your reaction to what they did in respect of that?
What has happened as a result of the story that's developing over this, Guyon, is that I have some concerns about what's happening here. I want to say I have some concerns about what the Taxpayers Union is demonstrated as doing, and I have sufficient concerns about what Callaghan is doing that I may well launch an investigation into practice. I want to consult very carefully with my staff over this, because, look, I want all New Zealanders to have confidence in this Act, that it works promptly, you get what you're entitled to, but if there are abuses by either requesters or agencies, I want to look into it and I want to report on it. So I'm very interested in following this through to see who's done what.
That's really interesting. So you're saying, that you are going to launch, or thinking about launching an inquiry into the actions of both Callaghan and the Taxpayers Union?
I'm saying that within my office now, as well as just handling complaints on individual matters, and you'll know about these, there are such specific things we've done, such as Kiwi Rail and the coalition agreement, where we deal with a complaint specifically. If I think that in terms of a system, an agency needs to be looked at to see whether its practice is proper, I will look into it. And yes, that's what I have decided as a result of what is unfolding here. If I have sufficient concerns, I will consult very carefully with my staff with a view to launching an investigation. I think the point I want to make is people have got to have confidence that we'll get this thing working properly.
So you're looking at an investigation into whether Callaghan Innovation has been using the Official Information Act appropriately?
Yes, but can I also say that I do not think it's fair and proper, and want to get this message across, that for requesters to use a mechanism whereby a request is turned into multiple requests is unfair on others who have also got requests before that agency, and it's not a fair and proper process. So your question was, would I look at the conduct of each? And the answer is yes, I would.
Thank you so much.